everybody? Welcome back. June 23rd, 2024. I hope you're all having a good end of your weekend. Take a look at what is down right next to where we see the Antarctic anomaly and Boivay Island. This is the equivalent of a Category 5 hurricane, except it's in the southern Atlantic Ocean between Antarctica and Africa. This is absolutely insane. If we zoom out here, look at how this stands out compared to the rest of the world when it comes to air pressure. Now, this is very important. This is measured in INHG. That is a mercury measurement, and this was down to 27.1. You could see 27.6 right there on your screen. And for those of you wondering, yes, this is exactly where the Antarctic anomaly comes from. We have Boivay Island right down here, exactly where the beginning of this anomaly begins. We've also seen it begin down off the coast of Antarctica. This is not some creature or a volcano. This is a frequency technology. I can't stress this enough. I've seen thousands of videos now talking about this creature floating around in the ocean. That is not happening. This is a frequency pulse technology used for many different things. And that is the reason we are where we are right now and why these weird things, large earthquakes, these now Cat 5 hurricanes are taking place in between southern Africa and the coast of Antarctica. Now, there's something very, very weird with this situation here. Now, again, as I told you, the pressure we're seeing here is equivalent to a Category 5 hurricane. And this is how I know that. When you take that reading, which is in inches of mercury, which is how they measure that pressure, and you convert it into millibars, that is 920 millibars. And what do you know, my friends? When you go down and look at what 920 millibars and lower is equivalent to, you're looking at a Category 5 hurricane of wind speeds of 157 miles an hour or greater. That is absolutely insane to see down in this part of the world. Of course, this would be considered a cyclone and not a hurricane because it spins clockwise in the southern hemisphere as opposed to any hurricanes we have up in this area of the Atlantic or near the United States. These are spinning in a counterclockwise motion, making them hurricane. They are also called typhoons in other parts of the world. They're all the same thing, just different parts of the world where they are taking place. Now take a look at this and we'll see how it formed. We're back on Thursday the 20th. Once we jump to the 21st, you can see that anomaly pops up right here. But the interesting part about this is we could backtrack it all the way to the coast of Antarctica, which is very odd because things like this do not happen too often. Let's backtrack. So here we are on the 20th. For the rest of this data, we could backtrack all the way to about 2 a.m. and you could see this low pressure system right here is what peeled right off of Antarctica, started flowing in this direction, and then by the end of the day we have this large mass going on that turned into what they're calling, or according to the data, is a Category 5 hurricane. You do not see things like this down in this area too often. And again, if you were to just jump on this website and look at this map alone, you would notice this right away. This sticks out like a sore thumb. That color white does not show up too often. That is the lowest possible setting that we could possibly read with this chart, which is exactly the situation we find ourselves in with the Antarctic anomaly. This wave model would put out this data here and it would max out. The highest number you could get is 83.7 feet. So again, the only place in the world that is showing these data anomalies is in between Antarctica and South America, with the in-between being Boivay Island, which is right where this anomaly begins. And if we go back to the air pressure on Ventusky, we could see this anomaly basically in the same exact spot, but in this case it's a hurricane or a cyclone. And I gotta say, my friends, these websites are going out of their way to try to block this data. They've been making fun of me. They've been giving me a hard time in articles and news reports, you name it, they've done it. Ever since we found this anomaly, there have been thousands of creators coming up with different theories about this situation. And I'm telling you right now, this is a frequency technology. This is not some creature. This is not a UFO or some volcano. There are no real waves associated with this at all. It's the only way the program knows how to pick up this frequency, and that is why Ventusky, among other apps, removed this model from their data. They do not want you to see this. Not to mention the earthquakes in this area have been absolutely unbelievable over the last week. I don't know, my friends. Tell me your thoughts. Are we seeing another anomaly being caused by the frequency technology in this area, or are we just looking at yet another coincidence, as all these companies and news stations want you to believe? All right, everybody, I appreciate you all. Thank you for the patience over the last couple days. We are back to work. I'll talk to you all very soon. Take care. Bye-bye. Stop right there, my friends. If you have not already, click that subscribe button and don't forget to hit the bell icon. Click all and you will get all notifications from this channel. And trust me, you won't be disappointed.